Guys, thank you for coming back to my YouTube channel for today's review. We're not going to be reviewing juice. I want to incorporate reviewing music. I feel like I'm still one of the people that do buy music CDs. For this CD that I'm reviewing, we are reviewing Twiztid Presents Year of the Sword. Sword. I got this about 2 weeks ago. I've been bumping this really hard. It's basically got Twiztid and a bunch of their other artists that they picked up for their label. Basically, they're building a roster, and this is their compilation CD to show you the artists that are going to be making CDs for 2018. Now, when you open it up, this is their record label, Magic Ninja Entertainment, and this is the group, the frontline group, Twiztid. And this is Jamie Madrox, and this is Monoxide Child. Jamie Madrox has always been the fat one of the group. Then you got Blaze, You Dead Homie, the ROC. Now, if you notice, those few guys, they do have face paint on. They used to be part of Psychopathic. Now they're part of their own record label. They had Falling Out. And speaking of Falling Outs, we also have, over here, we have King Gordy, and we have Bizarre from D12, which is interesting that Bizarre teamed up with Twiztid. I saw him at BB King's. He's a pretty live, real person. I definitely would recommend checking him out and any of his music for the most part. He's always been pushing to do his own sound, but he teamed up with King Gordy and they came up with a group called Lars. Then you have AMB. You have Young Wicked, who is the newest member to Twiztid. He does spit a little bit crazy at times, but he has bars. Bones Dub has been doing this for a minute. Then you got Gmo Ski, he's a new cat to their roster. And then you got Gorilla Voltage, this is Mr. Gray, and this is Clockwork. Mr. Gray, he has like a Walter White type voice. And then you have Lex the Hexmaster, who he definitely puts out some bars, but if you look at his face paint, I don't know if if you enjoy Psychopathic or anything like that, his face paint resembles AMB. And then you have Boondocks the Scarecrow, who has been around since like 2002. But basically, this is a compilation CD of different artists and what type of sound they are putting out. So the CD has about 19 tracks on it, and it comes with an additional 9-track sample CD. Very cool. But for the tracks that are on it, they're basically an arcade for the scenario for this CD. So they're at an arcade. And what I would imagine is, if you're listening to this is good music to play video games too. So if you're going out and you're killing a bunch of people or something like that, a lot of the music bumps. There are a few tracks on this where they are explicitly sexual in nature, where they're talking about rape, molestation, different fantasies that they're having, sexual innuendos. And then there's other times where they just blatantly go out and say it. There's a song on this called Flicks and Chill on track 13. That I skip every time I hear it. Like I said, I've listened to the CD countless times where I know what tracks I like, which tracks I don't like. All the skits are funny. The second track on it, Heads Will Roll, has Gorilla Voltage and Jamie Madrox. I like Gorilla Voltage. I enjoy listening to. I really want to hear their CD that they produce. But the song, the beat is very repetitive, and I'll skip over it because the beat is so repetitive. Then you have the next track, Turn It Up. That's normally where I start the CD, is on track 3. I skip over the skit and the first song. And then Turn It Up is just like a loud song, like literally like you're getting amped, you're getting ready to go do something. Whatever it may be, you're going to turn up to get turning up. So then the next track is called Fucked. Forgive me for my language, but that's the language that they have on the CD is a little bit aggressive, to say the least, for their track listings. So... And it looks like on the back of this, the game that they're playing is the test of time. And in all honesty, these guys have stood the test of time. They've been making records for about 20 years, Twiztid has. Like I said, they're picking up some new artists along the way. Gorilla Voltage, Lars, Gmo Ski, and Young Wicked. But Young Wicked has been doing this for a while, too. I want to say he's like 30-something years old. He might be 20-something, but I think he's 30-something. Basically, they got a roster of basically a bunch of 30-year-olds rapping on the CD. I just can't believe it, personally, that they made such a good CD. Like, I've been listening to these guys, and everything that seems to come out of their camp that is just repetitive and over again. But this is the first CD that I've heard from them in a while where I really will bump this CD for a while. And it comes with an extra disc, so When the first disc gets stale, I pop in the extra disc, and that satisfies me until I'm ready to listen to the first disc again. So then you have another skit, Level Up. That's when they beat the first board with their character that they didn't even know how to choose. Then it's Their Fault, talking basically about the industry and how they were to be who they are. Ignite is another, let's burn it up, let's get there, ignite the night. Tonight, there's a party on top of the world. I'm not sure I'll make it, but guess I'll fake it. Tonight. Sorry, I realize that's not a Twiztid song, but that's another song that I really enjoyed, was that song. Now you got Ignite. Now you got Cut 'Em Up with Young Wicked and Twiztid. Young Wicked really doesn't come with it, but Twiztid, they hold them up. Lights Out, Mr. Gray and Gmo Ski go hard with Twiztid's bars. Then they got Harassment, where there's some kid that wants to play the game and they basically push him away. Then you got the next track is Don't Fuck With Us, which is Twiztid, The Rock, Lex the Hexmaster, and Clockwork. Clockwork he produces some pretty solid flow, but I really don't care for it. Lex the Hexmaster brings it, The Rock and Twiztid definitely do it. Better Than Ever Before is Twiztid, Blazy, Dead Homie, Lex, Gmo, and AMB. The only person missing out of this track is Clockwork Gray. Gorilla Voltage and Boondocks, where I feel like that, if they had included those two artists, that would be a really good song. But for the roster they have on it, is pretty good. Then you got Flicks and Chill, which has Young Wicked, Clockwork, Blazy Dead Homie, and Twiztid. 5 people rapping about what they want to do with women while they're Netflixing and chilling. I don't care for this track. I skip it every time. It's basically, oh baby, yeah, let's watch this Netflix and let's get... No, I really don't care about what you guys do. The next track is called Get High, where they're talking about smoking bud, getting lifted, which, in all honesty, if that's what you want to do, I'm happy for you. If it makes you happy, I'm happy for you. Personally, myself, that's not exactly how I perceive my life to be. Trying to get my CDL, so I had to give that up. But I do enjoy every once in a while having a good toke. Then you have Galaxy, where they're basically talking about you'll never have what I have, even if you work your hardest, you'll never find your galaxy type situation. So they've built an empire, and they feel that they're better than the other artists that are trying to put them down. And if you follow ICP and Twiztid, their beef, that's really what that's in reference to. If you guys are interested in it and you want me to explain my take on their situation, I have no problem with that. I'll let you guys know in an update in the future. Don't Tell Me with Twiztid, King Gordy, and Boondocks, where they're talking about don't tell me I can't do what I want to do. Summon the Magic Ninja, they've reached the final boss in the test of time. And then BNU, which is Brand New Underground, which has the whole roster on it. Like I said, I can't believe they put Bizarre on a CD with King Gordy. King Gordy is the master of horrorcore, and for somebody to say, hey, look, why don't you sign with us? They must have been paying him enough. Either that or he wasn't making enough on his current record label. And then the last track is Did You Unplug It? And that is when Monoxide Child unplugs the machine. It's definitely a funny skit. It's a funny skit. The whole CD is, like I said, well put together. All the beats flow together. Some of them are repetitive. But for what this CD is, I think this CD is a good CD. It's definitely worth checking out. I got it for less than what it should have been. This was marked for $17.99. It was on sale for $14.99. I got to the register. I bought a box of Pocky with it. It came to $20.68. I gave the lady a $20, and I had to reach in my wallet to get a single, and she rung it up as I gave her a $10. So she gave me $9.32 back, and then proceeded to take the next person right after me. Like, I was just a number. So I was like, okay, and basically they shooed me away from the counter and fucking, excuse my language, I don't mean to curse, but, they shooed me away, and I was up $9, so technically I paid $6 for this CD, and I paid $5 for Pocky, so I was really happy about that. If you guys do want me to do another review about a CD, the next CD I would do this CD, and this is by Twiztid, The Continuation of Life's Questions. I like this CD as well. This was the last CD I bought, and if you guys like it, I will be going over music in the future. Anyways, my name is Johnny5. Make sure you guys give me a big solid thumbs up. As always, subscribe in the corners and you ring the bell. Make sure you leave me some love in the comment box. Don't forget about that giveaway that we have going on. The giveaway is going to end January 2nd. You have to be subscribed to the channel, like the video, and leave me a comment saying that you subbed and liked the video. And I will catch you guys on the next one. Got a video coming up for you guys, probably I'd say around about vape. I'd say it's probably around, 7 or 8 hours from now. Later, taters. Enjoy your holiday.